Guys, there is a tweet with almost 100,000 likes. So this isn't something that like flew under the radar. It's got almost 100K likes, 3.5 million views, where this dude writes, "Wow, Russian propaganda about Russians moving to the US, it's too freaking much," and laughing emojis, like nervous emoji or whatever. And I don't want to play the video because I don't want freaking Russia copyright striking me. Okay, so we're going to scroll through this a bit and I'll try and explain what's going on to avoid the potential copyright issues and still give you the context. So essentially you have this family, which is a Russian family, and they're going to the USA. They want to move to the United States of America, and they're on a plane with a bunch of American passengers talking about how long they've wanted to move to the US. And a couple in front of them starts overhearing the conversation, and the lady in front of them says that she's waiting for her husband, and her husband arrives, and that's her husband. And so the Russian family looks to each other, and they're like thinking to themselves, like, that's odd or something. I don't know. Look at their expression, whatever you'd call that. Next scene. The dude's about to take a piece of this meat and eat it, and the stewardess comes over and tells him that he can't do that because the passengers behind him are vegetarian, and they're going to get really uncomfortable if he eats that meat in front of them, so he's not allowed to do that. The man then gets up and goes to use the restroom. And there's a line of passengers. And at the back of the line, this guy comes up and he's a black dude. And the other passengers say, "Oh, we need to let him go in front of us." And then the Russian dude starts questioning, like, what's going on? He's confused. He's like, "Wait, why do I need to let this guy skip me?" And then the stewardess explains. Oh, this one dude's like, "We will wait." And then the stewardess, or actually someone else explains, my bad. Let me just read this. "We will wait. His people endured the oppression of white people for many years." And so they let, it says, "We owe all African Americans a debt." And they let the black dude go in front of them. They also take a knee and say, "Forgive us, sir." And the Russian dude's like, what the heck is going on this plane? And then he goes back to his family and they sit down. And then it turns out that they're making people uncomfortable just by sitting there because the family behind them is a child-free family. There you go. You can see they're not happy because it turns out them having a kid, like the kid on the plane, is making them uncomfortable. So they need to be moved and like segregated. And you can see the text right there. And I know the bar's in the way. And finally, the Russian family has had enough. They just freaking open the emergency exit, put on parachutes, jump out of the plane saying, "Forgive Mother Russia, we're coming back." So that's pretty crazy. Obviously, don't take this as me endorsing what's going on in Russia and Ukraine. It's just that this tweet literally went viral. This video/tweet literally went viral. Once again, almost 100,000 likes, 3.5 million views over on Twitter. I'm actually not done there though, guys, because I want to take a look at that video to see if it was old, like maybe it's from years ago on YouTube or something, and I just type in Russian video mocks USA flying in plane, like maybe that would pop it up. But the first result I get is China mocks USA with Taliban video of fighters plane on swing attached to military plane. And so this is crazy. Yeah, it's literally the Taliban swinging on a military plane that apparently was left in the Afghanistan withdrawal. They're like playing around on it. There you go. I'll show 1 second of the clip. And a Chinese government official tweeted this video out. So when I see the North Korean news the other day that I talked about, where the North Korean statement was basically just memeing on the statement made by Japan and the US, and then this Russia thing, and then I find this old video from a year ago with the Taliban that China promoted basically, and that stuff's just crazy. I don't got anything else to say about it. Crazy stuff. Let me know what you think in the comments. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you there.